Today, we will discuss about our India is a beauty of nations where the huge kind of diversity is there.
Hello, good evening to all. Namaste, Sat Sri Akal. Today, we will discuss about our country India, that is Bharat. India is often called as Bharat, Jambudvip, Hindustan, etc. India is known for its diversity. The strength of our country, what I think, it is our diversity. And that need to be recognized, that need to be respected. And our constitutions, our people, they have respected our diversity. They have recognized our diversity. And not only that, and that is the strength of our country. And that is the reasons we live peacefully amidst of all kind of diversity. And when I say diversity, diversity in the field of polity, diversity in the field of geography, diversity in the field of economy, diversity in the field of socially, culturally, India is rich in its culture. For example, politically, it is the country where it is the largest democratic countries of the world, where more than 1 billion of people live peacefully, amicably. As per the census 2011, the latest census, as per the census 2011, more than 121 crore of people are living in our country. If we will project at the present scenario, it may be more than 1.3 billion of people are living in our country, which are across from all the religions. Hindu, Christian, Buddhist, Sikh, Zoroastrian, Jainism, all the peoples, they live over here peacefully. It is the land of the religions, we can say. Here the religions Buddhism, here the religion Jainism, here the religion Hinduism, Christian, Muslims or Islam, all they flourish, they nurtured by the people of our country. That is the reasons now, in order to respect all the religions, our framework of our constitutions, they didn't recognize any particular religions. They have respected all the religions. And that is so called as secularism. We respect each and every religions. The peoples, they are free to profess. India, that's a secular country. There is nothing, any particular religions that are only promoted. Here all the religion, they have equally respected. And that is the strength of our country. Here all kind of festivals we celebrate peacefully, with full of enjoyment. And that is our strength, guys. Like in Hinduism, we celebrate Holi. In Islam, we celebrate Ramadan. Each and every festivals we celebrate over here. Here the people from across the religions, it is the country where the largest number of Hindu peoples they live. It is the country where the third largest number of Muslim peoples they live. More than 20 crore of peoples they are living of the religions, or they are practicing the religions of Islam. Few states are there that are majority in the religions of Christianity, mainly particularly in the field of northeastern state. Lakshadweep, Jammu and Kashmir, they are in majority in Islam. So basically what I wanted to say, guys, do you know that it is the country where all the religions, they flourishes together. They move it, and that is our strength. So in this way, politically we are quite rich. As I said, it is the largest democratic country in the world. It is the country where the peoples from all the religions they live. It is the country where the largest written constitutions of the world is there. And our constitutions, no doubt they have been amended, but that had not been changed so far. That is the reasons our constitution is called as a living document, guys. Living document. two basic features are there which fulfill these two needs. One, the basic structure of the constitutions cannot be changed. The basic structures of the constitutions cannot be amended. While the second one, on the basis of our needs, we can amend our constitutions. So politically that kind of diverse are there. It means that under one constitutions, people from across the religions, people from various castes, people from various place of birth, they lived together under the one set of constitutions. Thanks to the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who drafted the constitutions. Thanks to all the members of the then Constituent Assembly. One more thing I wanted to tell guys. The countries which share the neighboring countries which surrounded to us now, if you look into their constitution, that have been changed number of times. It means that there is instability in our constitutions. So politically we are quite rich. Socially, our country, it is a country of more than 4,000 years ago. You might have read about the Indus Valley civilizations, Harappan civilizations. We will read someday. One day, a special lecture should be, I will take, relate to Indus Valley civilizations, guys. So politically it is quite rich, socially and culturally. It is the land now. There is not only one languages are promoted. There is nothing like any national language in our country. Most of the students sometimes they get confused. There might have certain national languages. But for your kind information, guys, there is no any national languages in our country. Most of the languages that are duly recognized under Schedule 8 of the Constitutions. Under Schedule 8 of the Constitutions, under Schedule 8 of the Constitutions, 22 languages have been regarded as in scheduled languages. 22. Sanskrit is one of them, Oriya is one of them. In fact, guys, do you know that one of the neighboring countries' language named as Nepali. Nepali is also a part of the scheduled languages. Again and again I am telling dears that there is no any national language. Most of the languages, like under Schedule 8 of the Constitution, 22 have been regarded as in scheduled languages. Apart from them, there are two major official languages is there. One, you know, everyone know, Hindi, most spoken. English, under Article 343 of the Constitutions, English has been also regarded as an official language. Apart from them, there are 6 classical languages are there. So basically what it tells that India is a beauty of nations where the huge kind of diversity is there. In terms of language, as we read that most of the languages have been respected. In fact, here one thing I wanted to add with this. The peoples from various parts of the world, they wanted to add their languages into the scheduled languages. And at present, there are around 38 languages are pending to consider as a scheduled languages by the government of India. And Kosali or Sambalpuri is one of them also. Kosali and Sambalpuri is one of them. So what I am trying to tell, that India, its pools of diversity politically, as I said, culturally, like culture means what? Culture involves the language, culture involves the custom, culture involves the food habits. And you know that various kind of foods, the peoples they eat across our country. In different, wherever you will go, you will come across a new kind of species. In our state, Bakal, like that, and number of other things are there. So, food habits, various kind of food habits are there. So, politically, culturally, you have clear. Another very, very important years, geographically, India is very diverse. This much of diverse you might have rarely found in any parts of the world. Geographically, India is quite diverse in the entire various parts of the world. India is the 7th largest country in the world in terms of area. It is the 2nd largest country in the world in terms of population. Here wanted to tell one thing here. India comprises only 2.4% of the world's area, while more than 17.5% of the world's population. India is one of the country where you will found in the northern part of our country, you will come across the Himalaya Mountain. They forms the natural boundary. Himalaya Mountain, apart from Himalayan ranges, Karakoram ranges is also there, that is the Hindu Kush mountain ranges is also there. Then followed by, when you move towards south, you will come across the northern plain, the great northern plain, where the river Ganga flows. When if you look towards the northwest, you will come across the Great Indian Desert, Thar Desert. The Great Indian Desert, Thar Desert, that is spread in both India as well as in Pakistan. But most part of Great Indian Desert that lies in our country. Further, if you look towards south, you will come across the Vindhya and Satpura ranges. Further, if you look towards south, India is often called as Indian Peninsula too. And India, it is surrounded by water in its 3 sides. In the southern part, Indian Ocean, in southeast, Bay of Bengal, and in southwest, Arabian Sea. And the part, it is called as the Western Ghat in the southwest part, and the Eastern Ghat in the southeast. And around the length of our country, more than 15,000 kilometers is there, more than 15,500 kilometers. The land, the entire boundary or the perimeter of our country. If you look into the coastline of our country, it is around 7,516.6 kilometers. Often it is called as 7,517 kilometers. Clear, guys? So geographically it is quite diverse. In terms of topography, as we found, Himalaya Mountain is there, plateau in the southern part is there, coastal area is there, desert in the northwest part is there, hilly region in the northeast part is there. The continuous ranges, the Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat, that is quite rich in biodiversity. Here biodiversity is a very important chapter, we will read someday else. But let me tell a little bit about the biodiversity. Like, India is quite rich in its diversity, both in flora as well as in fauna. As I said, India comprises how much area of the world? 2.4%, na? Like that, India comprises 8% of the biodiversity of the entire world, flora and fauna. And biodiversity that are not distributed equally across the world, that are distributed unevenly across the world. It means that certain parts are there where they are rich in biodiversity, in certain parts they are lack in biodiversity. In the tropical area, mainly the tropical areas of the world that are rich in much more in biodiversity. And in that manner, Conservation International or one of the United Nations Environment Programs, they have recognized, they have coined a term named as mega diversity. And mega diversity in terms of there are three characteristics are there which satisfy or which classify or which recognize one country into mega diverse. That country must be richness of biodiversity should be there. Apart from that, endemic species should be there. Endemic means they are found in that part only, not in other parts of the world. Another one, they must share maritime boundary. And as I said few times ago, that India has a coastline of more than 7,516 kilometers. So there are 17 countries are there which have recognized as the mega diverse countries of the world, and India is one of them. India is one of them. Apart from that Conservation International, another term they have also defined, named as biodiversity hotspot. Named as biodiversity hotspots. And here, do you know guys, actually why there is need to know the mega diversity? It means that it gives an idea that where the huge number of flora and fauna they are found. So they need a special attention. Biodiversity hotspot means, let me write in B as well. Biodiversity hotspots means they are rich in biodiversity but simultaneously a threat, a danger to their habitations, to their life. And how the danger day by day, urbanizations are taking place, the populations are increasing day by day, the minings are occurring day by day. So it's a threat to the livelihoods for the other flora and fauna. And there is need to be balanced. There is need to balance both the needs of human being as well as to protect the biodiversity. That is the reasons biodiversity hotspots have been recognized by Conservation International, and there are 36 biodiversity hotspots are there. And so far, India have 4 biodiversity hotspots. Named that one is the Himalaya, the northern part. Another one is the Indo-Burma region, the northeast and the Myanmar. And third one, Western Ghat. And the fourth one, Sundaland, that is located in the southern part of Nicobar. Right, guys. So, what we have been discussing? We have been discussing that India is rich in geographical diversity too. As I said, in terms of topography, like mountain, desert, plateau, plain area, hilly region, coastal plain. In fact, coral reefs are there. Coral reefs mainly found in the Lakshadweep and in the Andaman Nicobar. In fact, there are certain part of Gulf of Mannar too. Estuaries, mangrove forests are found. Have large number of rivers: Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Narmada, Tapi. Number of rivers are there. Further, their tributaries also play a significant role, like the Betwa, Ling, Penganga, Sevna, Tel, etc. Lakes, there are huge number of lakes are there. Chilika Lake, one of the very important lakes of the, not only of our state but also of our country but also of our continent. Ular Lake, then one of the floating lake is also there named as Loktak Lake in Manipur. And why it is called as floating, do you know that? Here the Phumdis are float over that lake. That is the reason it is called as the floating lake. Often the questions may become. And one of the national park is also there named as Kebul Lemjao National Park, located in Manipur. So we have been discussing not only diverse in terms of topography but in terms of climate, but in terms of rainfall. Like during the time of southwest monsoons, most part of the country they receives the rainfall, except southern part of Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. And further, there is a change in variety of rainfall. Variety of precipitation. Sorry, it would be much more appropriate word. Variety of precipitation. Somewhere the snowfalls are occurred, somewhere the rainfall are occurred, dews are occurred. Further, there is a variety in quantity. Like this is the country where the desert is found. Both cold desert as well as hot desert. Hot desert, Thar desert. Desert means what? Desert means there should be scanty vegetations. It means that there would be low rainfall. Desert may be cold as well as hot. And the largest desert in the world, which one is the? Often, you the guys, they do mistake. That is Sahara. That is not Sahara dears. It is Antarctica is the largest desert in the world. Antarctica is the cold desert. If there will be the questions which one is the largest hot desert, then it will be the Sahara. And Sahara desert, it is mainly found in the northern part of Africa. Apart from all these, so let's come into our country. It is the country where the desert, both Ladakh as well as Thar desert is found. Simultaneously, it is the country where the world's highest rainfall occur, or wettest place named as Masin Ram, located in Meghalaya. There are three major hills are there, hill ranges are there in Meghalaya, named as Garo, Khasi and Jaintia. This Masinam found in the Khasi hills of Meghalaya. Okay guys, so topography we found, rainfall we found, temperature also found. Like in the, it is like those places which are located in the near the coastal area, they experience moderate climate, while those places which are located away from the coastal area, they experience extreme climate, very high temperature, very low temperatures. Okay, so this kind of diversities are found. Geographical diversity we have discussed little bit, politically we have discussed, socially we have discussed. In the next class, we will read about in detail on. We will start from geography. Then we will switch over towards other subjects. And within geography, we will look in detail in next class about India's size and location. About size and locations. Size and location. Although I told somehow little bit today, like India is the second largest country in, India is the seventh largest country in terms of area. Okay. India is located entirely in northern hemisphere. This one is the equator. This one is like prime meridian. East, west, north, south. India is entirely located in the northern hemisphere and eastern hemisphere. Or in other words, we can say India is entirely located in the northern and eastern hemisphere. Okay, so this much we will, in next class we will read in details about the latitudes, from which latitudes to which latitudes. From this, all these are called, in fact the latitudes, they are parallel to one another. And there are 181 latitudes are there, dear guys. Often it is called as 179 plus 2. Because here the North Pole point is there, na? North Pole, it is the South Pole, 179 plus 2. And here we will look into the from which latitude to which latitude it extends, from which longitude to which longitude it extends. Then I told us, then we will read about the India's neighboring countries, which are the countries. In details we will read about. So, for today, this much. And thanks for watching. If you feel good, please like it, subscribe it, and enjoy the learning. And suggest me, guys, is from where I can improve. In fact, you may ask me that in which topic I may upload certain videos. Okay, thanks. Have a great time. Have a happy and healthy time.